Shalom. First and foremost, I'm going to start off this lesson by saying Ka Halal Yahweh, Bahashem Yahushai, Bahashem Ka Kadash. Double honors to the apostles and the elders of Great Millstone. Salutations to the elect, pushing this word in truth and sincerity across the four corners of the earth. Peace and mercy to the sincere Aquath that may listen. I'm just going to entitle this video, They Babies. As you can see the topic there, the title right there. And this is just highlighting, this is a video, going into Esau's wickedness, genderless babies, right? So Esau is just waxing worse and worse, creating more wickedness and Esau's going to keep, Esau's wickedness is going to multiply as the days go on, and as we get closer to the destruction of Babylon, okay, all right, spiritually Egypt, and spiritually Babylon, which is America, you're going to see more and more wickedness flood the earth, right? And that's why the scriptures say that Yahushua said, if the fire already be kindled, what will I, right? So, and a part of that fire, okay, it's not just war and destruction, but it's also, the mentality of these people, because the scriptures say that gross darkness shall cover the world. And that's, that darkness represents, a lack of knowledge, a lack of knowledge for Israel, not knowing who they are, not following the law, statutes, and commandments of Yahweh Bashim Yahushai, and then also through that, the wickedness that's going to overflow the earth, because that's what Israel is. Israel's a lost sheep, and that's why they're wicked, because they've forgotten their power. Or in these times, man, because this truth is out there now, they have rejected their power. Okay, they've rejected Yahweh Bashim Yahushai. So I only got 2 precepts, but I'm gonna play this clip, and Lord willing, this video is edifying.
How would you be able to change your child's diaper? Because the second you change the diaper, of course, you'd no longer be able to pretend that there was a question about whether this was a boy or a girl. You would know.
Well, it's not about pretending. The parent definitely knows the gender. It's about not necessarily labeling the baby. It's about allowing the baby to decide what gender that baby wants to be when that baby can decide, which is around 4 years old.
You see, and that's just madness, man. Esau is all about giving, I guess I don't want to say power, but giving authority to people who are not supposed to have it. Right? He gave more authority than needed to the woman. And look at the rise of feminism. Right? You got everything's upside down. Okay? Look at the homes, okay, of most Israelites, man. Most Israelites don't have a father in the home. And if they do, it's most likely a stepfather. It's not even the real biological father. But that's because Esau has given authority to the woman. But that's also prophecy, right? The Lord said, behold, he'll make a new thing, that a woman shall compass a man. And now they want to give authority. They want to give authority to a baby to choose what gender it wants to be. And it's easy to see through this, all that comes out of this is wickedness, because it's just confusion. That's why the Most High said he's not the author of confusion. All right? The Most High is about order. Okay? Scripture also say a false balance is an abomination unto the Lord.
So from 0 to 4, the baby will not be labeled. The labeling theory will not apply from 0 to 4 years old. The baby will be a they be, neither a boy nor a girl.
A they be.
Whatever gender that baby chooses to be.
What other profound life decisions do we think people ought to be making at the age of 4? Are there any others?
Well,
Whether to get a tattoo, whether to get married, enlisting in the military, voting, drinking vodka, smoking.
And you see, and it's funny because, see, a woman is spearheading this. Not spearheading, but they got a woman, breaking this down, because this is things that these women are okay with. The majority of these women are okay with it. You got some men okay with it too, right? Because they just don't have a mind of their own. They're kind of They're broken cisterns, man. They're just empty vessels, really. They got that spirit sucked out of them. But this Edomite man here, even he's like, "What the hell's going on here, man?" And as I play this video, you're gonna see he's gonna be more sarcastic, because at the end of the day, this is just nonsense, right?
Marlboro Reds. Is there anything else that we think 4-year-olds are ready to decide?
This isn't actually a profound life decision. I mean, biologically, there's nothing really going on from 0 to 4 in that area that affects a person's life. Biologically, the experts say.
See, and that's. Let me get this. Let me get this scripture, man, because these women, they just don't. The Most High, he said it, man. 29:17. No, okay. Let me go to Job 39:17. Khan, this is it. Job 39:17. Because Yahweh hath deprived her of wisdom, neither hath he imparted to her understanding. Straight to the point, man. And that's exactly what this woman is saying. There's nothing really going on there that affects the baby from 0 to 4. Okay? Nothing is going on in that private area that affects the baby. What kind of nonsense is that? What do you mean nothing's going on? If a baby has a vagina, it's affected. How is it affected by that? Well, because it's a girl. Simply put. If a baby has a penis, a rod, okay, it's affected by that area because it's a boy. Like there doesn't need, you don't need any more explanation behind that. It's very simple, man. But hey, like I just read, man, the Most High deprived her of wisdom, neither has he imparted onto her understanding.
The experts say that boys and girls, all genders are alike. The boy's brain, the male brain, might be a little larger. The female's language might be a little bit more advanced.
Okay. No sexism on my show. Hold on. Whoa, slow down. No, here you're out there like,
they say maybe
boys' brains are larger.
He's not trying to hear any of that shit.
And I just want to say that kind of toxic masculinity has no place on this program.
Sorry.
Thank you very much.
But that's all they can think of.
The bottom line is... all they can think of, like, difference in brain size, difference in genitalia, difference in bone structure. Just minor things like minor things like that. Not perhaps, like factually. So those are not minor things. Those are definitive things.
Minor.
So, like, why would you not tell your kids about that? At some point they're going to drop trow and look down and say, wait, we look different. And you're going to be like, no, you don't. You're exactly the same.
And
that's lying, isn't it?
That's when the child, they say, is around 4 years old. So around 0 to 4, we're not going to say to a little female, a girl, that you're a little princess, or boy, you're such a tiger. The labels are gone. You're not going to put that outside influence on a child.
Labels are gone, right? But you see the hypocrisy behind this is the labels are gone, but you have to call them genderless babies. That's a label. The labels are gone, but they call them babies. That's a label. And and this is the same madness that the alphabet crew, okay, right, and these pansexuals and all these other basically degenerates, okay. They also claim that they don't want to be labeled, but they label themselves as like homosexuals, pansexuals, transgenders, right? And this video is probably gonna get cut down just from my terminology, but whatever. But the point is that that's just hypocrisy, man. It's just nonsense, and that's how this society is finished, man. It's finished from the inside out. Okay.
We're just going to be neutral. Everything's going to be neutral.
The outside influence of biological reality.
Not
would
reality,
you do this with anything
perception.
else? But could we decide that we're not going to acknowledge
perception? Okay, biological reality. So basically, like the reality of a man, a boy having a rod, and a woman, okay, a girl, a baby girl, having a vagina. That's just perception. That's what she's saying. You know, and that's what they're going with.
Temperature or weather or traffic. And you could just say, you know what? I don't think it's raining outside. Or you can decide whether it's raining outside. I mean, the weatherman says it is, that there's snow on the ground. Or the weather, you know what I mean? The weatherman says that it's 15 degrees out. But I'm going to, you know what I mean? Just kind of make up my own reality.
The parents who are really leading this movement.
We acknowledge biology and nature as real, right?
But the biology, the parents who came out with this, who came out in the New York Times and started this baby awareness, this gender neutral awareness for babies, basically said, why should people be so obsessed if your baby is going to be a boy or a girl? Who cares about that area? It's actually a little human. We are bringing a little human into the world. Who cares about the gender?
And humans have genders. Okay. Yo, let me get that precept. This is one of my precepts. Humans have genders. So, of course, it's important. Okay? It's just, like the man said, man, it's just a biological reality. Nature is a reality. Okay? So, let me get this. It says, Genesis 1:27. So, God created man in his image, his own image. In the image, he created him. A boy, a man, okay, with a broad, not a baby, not a gender neutral person, a man, okay, male and female, which is a woman, a girl, okay, with a vagina, created he them. So that's it. That's simple, man. That's the order of the two genders, or that's the reality, Salak. That's the biological reality of those two genders. But again, this is all Esau's agenda. Okay, it's a part of his agenda. Okay, a minor part, because this to Esau, this is just like a fly on the wall, man. This is something that was bound to happen, right? Watch, you already have an uprising of what's it called? I forgot the terminology, but for people, men and women that like, sleeping and touching young children, you got an uprising on that. And best believe that's going to pedophilia. There you go, pedophilia. That's going to become, that will, hey man, Esau will legalize that, because these guys want to seek rights too, right? And that's just, hey, this is the times we're living in, man. This is why we at Great Millstone, beginning with the apostles and elders on down, we constantly push the destruction of this kingdom, man. It needs to go. All right. And it is finished. This place is finished, man. The script has already been written, and we're just playing it out. We're just playing it out, the script. Okay. All right. I'll read one more time. Genesis 1:27. So God created man in his own image. In the image of God created he him. Male and female created he them. Right?
It's about the genitalia. Who cares?
May I just suggest why? And this isn't just my opinion, but the opinion of every person who's ever lived, going back, let's just say 10,000 years for the sake of neatness. Because men and women are completely different in key ways.
Babies?
Can we not say that anymore?
Babies are different. Babies aren't different. They're little
they are.
human beings, and there's really not much of a difference between different genders.
You can see he's laughing this one off, because
there is no difference.
That's all you gotta do. You gotta laugh. Sometimes you gotta laugh at this folly.
Kathy Aru, you can be equal but different, which they are.
To watch this movie.
Right. So that was it on that. Let me get one more precept, and I'll close this up. Okay, Romans 1:25. And it reads, who changed the truth of Yahweh into a lie. And that's what they're doing with these these babies. Because this is a part of the truth of the Most High. Because he created male in his own image, and he created female in their own image, man. All right? and worship this and serve the creature more than the creator. And this is going into, other gods and such, but you can also apply this to Esau. 'Cause Esau's a creature, man. All right, our people serve Esau more than they serve the creator. The creator is Yahweh and his only begotten son, Yahweh Shai. Okay, who is blessed forever, amen. For this cause they gave them up. For this cause Yahweh gave them up unto vile affections. For even their woman did change a natural use into that which is against nature. What's against nature? A woman sleeping with a woman. A woman loving a woman. That's against nature. A woman dressing as a man is against nature. A woman thinking like a man, acting like a man is against nature, man. All those things are against nature. What does the word nature means? It means natural. Let's go into that. Because this is how the Most High, through Yahweh Shai, set it up in the beginning. Okay, so they're going against nature. Restorative powers of the body. Right, restorative powers of the body. Right, but if you change, Esau's made it so that a woman and a woman and a woman and a man don't need these restorative powers, which is really talking about your private area, okay, to have babies. Now you can do, now a man can be pregnant, a man can become pregnant, right? Bodily processes, powers of growth, okay, nature, being, principle of life. Okay, a man being a man and a woman being a woman is one of the main principles of life. Genders between man and woman is one of the main principles of life. And Esau is even going against that, right? From the Latin naturare, slack for my mispronunciation, course of things, natural characters, constitution, quality, the universe, literally birth, from natus born, right? So and it's funny because to be born, it says to give birth, beget. In this in the video, the clip that I showed earlier, they're starting. Esau's going as far as starting right from when they're babies, right from when the baby, right from when the human is a baby. He's starting there, okay, to change the natural use, okay? Because that baby, if it's a girl, grows up to make its own decisions on what gender it wants to be, it's definitely gonna, it's most likely gonna go against the natural use of a woman, which the natural use of a woman is a man. And the natural use of a man is a woman. Because that's how you reprocreate. That's how you bring forth new life. Right? Because I'm gonna go back real quick. 127, we go to Genesis 1 and 28. It says, and God and Yahweh blessed them, and Yahweh said unto them, be fruitful and multiply, and replenish the earth, and subdue it, and have dominion over the fishes in the sea, and over the fowl of the air, and over every living thing that moveth upon the sea. So the Most High told the female and the male to reproduce. But if the female decide to be a male, and the male is a male, the male decides to be female, how they're going to reproduce? Or if the male cuts off his genital areas and he says, I want to be a woman, how they're going to reproduce, man? Right? So this is going against the natural use of a man and going against the natural use of a woman. All right, so go back to that. 1 and 26, so Romans 1 and 26, it says, For this cause Yahweh gave them up unto vile affections, for even their woman did change the natural use into that which is against nature. And likewise also the man, leaving the natural use of the woman, which is what? To bear babies. Okay? In other words, she's an incubator. She's a carrier of a man's seed, nurtures it, okay, takes care of it until it's of age, which that of age is really when they get their period, for at least for a male as well, or for a woman, for a woman, when she gets her period, that's when a girl gets her period, that's when she becomes a woman, her first period, right? Which is around 9 to 11. All right, and then she, she learns things of the house, how to keep, how to cook, how to clean under the mother, right? The son, he hits puberty around 12 years old, between 12 to 14. Then, then he's out with his father, learning the things of the field, how to hunt, how to do this, how to do that, how to prepare he gets into the husbandry work, basically, right? And even as they did not like to retain Yahweh in their knowledge, verse 27, and likewise also the man leaving the natural use of a woman, burned in their lust